Since The Boys has ended the show, let's break down how Butcher vs. Homelander ended in the comics. So, basically, Homelander launched a full super rebellion against the US government, turning the White House into complete chaos. Right when everything was going down, Butcher showed up alone looking for revenge. The moment he stepped into the Oval Office, he found out Homelander had already killed the president, Victor Newman, who's the comic version of Victoria Newman. Guess bro really did have some brains after all. Then Homelander straight up tossed the president's head toward Butcher. And to make things even more disturbing, he was doing some messed up stuff with it beforehand. Butcher catches it and sarcastically says, "Pretty impressive." That instantly makes Homelander lose it. He starts yelling, saying he's not trying to impress anybody because the whole world already belongs to him. Then he goes into this speech about how everything he's done was for himself alone, talking about how powerful he is and how he can take whatever he wants. But hearing all that only fires Butcher up even more as memories of his wife come flooding back. Meanwhile, in the background, Black Noir silently watches while Homelander brings up Butcher's wife. At the same time, the rest of the boys uncover Homelander's true origin. Unlike the show, Soldier Boy isn't his father in the comics. Instead, it's Stormfront, who's actually male in the comic universe, and he was used to create the strongest Supe alive. But they also discover that Watt secretly designed a backup plan in case Homelander ever completely snapped. Back at the White House, Homelander admits he barely even remembers Butcher's wife. He casually asks if he assaulted and killed her, saying he honestly can't remember. What makes things worse is that he says the same thing about all the other horrific crimes tied to him eating babies, murdering innocent people, and countless brutal acts. Seeing evidence and photos of himself doing things he has no memory of slowly starts driving him insane. Homelander keeps insisting he is telling the truth. Then he suddenly starts laughing at Butcher, which only pushes Butcher's rage even further because Homelander treats the entire reason for his revenge like it's meaningless. That's when Black Noir appears at the doorway making strange noises. Homelander looks confused and asks what he's doing. Then Noir removes his mask and reveals the shocking truth he was Watt's contingency plan all along. He's actually a clone of Homelander. And not only that, he was the one secretly wearing Homelander's suit and committing all those terrible crimes. He was even responsible for assaulting Becca. Black Noir did all of it to slowly destroy Homelander mentally and push him toward becoming truly evil, because only then would Noir be allowed to eliminate him. The photos, the crimes, everything was part of his setup. After hearing the truth, Homelander completely snaps and charges at Black Noir angrier than ever before, screaming that Noir ruined his entire life. He attacks with his laser vision, but Black Noir hits back hard and the fight instantly turns brutal. While everything erupts into chaos, Butcher jumps out of the window and rushes toward the military outside. He heads straight for one of the massive machine guns and tells them to focus fire out front. When we finally see the aftermath of Homelander vs. Black Noir, Noir is standing victorious. He is holding what's left of Homelander's body because he was genetically engineered to be slightly stronger. But even after winning, Noir was still heavily damaged from the battle. The military and Butcher waste zero time unloading everything they've got on him. Bullets, gunfire, non-stop attacks, they throw all of it at Black Noir. But somehow, he still survives. So Butcher walks up carrying his crowbar. He jams it directly into Black Noir's skull and tears it open. Then he grabs a piece of Noir's brain and crushes it in his hand, finally getting the revenge he'd been chasing all this time. Afterward, Butcher breaks down and speaks to Becca, admitting this was never what she would have wanted. He even apologizes for what he plans to do next. Because to Butcher, even after getting revenge, the mission still wasn't over. But yeah, that's basically how Butcher vs. Homelander ended in the comics. The show will probably use a similar setup, but things are definitely going to play out very differently. So let me know how you think the finale is going to end, and also tell me your thoughts on the comic ending itself. Anyway, I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.